Arsenal 2, PSV 2. Obviously, we won the first leg 7-1, but I still would have liked to have won another game where we haven't won. 3 of our last 4 games have been either a draw or a loss. We face Chelsea next. We need to be on top of our game if we're going to beat them and make sure London is red. But overall, the B team players, bar Raheem Sterling, failed to step up. Jorginho at fault for the second goal. Kivior, ball watching as always. Yeah, shout out Sterling, as I said, he got 2 assists, setting up Zinchenko, setting up Rice. He actually had a decent game. He may be frustrating to watch, but there is still a talent there. If he could do it against PSV, maybe outside of the top 6, he could still star. He actually saw the best of him today, but that might only be it. Declan Rice having a little laugh, heading the ball in the goal, and then refusing to celebrate, acknowledging what was said in the media. That is quite funny, I can't lie. that was his celebration. It's a good response, but at the same time, you shouldn't be celebrating equalizers, bro. I still agree with that. Like, in all seriousness though, the second half performance wasn't good enough. Jorginho, Jakub Kivior, even Kieran Tierney, all disappointing. I know they may be leaving in the summer, but this is your last start at the Emirates. Show us something. Those people paid 70 quid. Whereas I'm still here watching the Real Madrid Atletico game, working out who we're going to play again. Yeah, that's my thought of the game. Like, it was a dead rubber essentially, but I don't like to draw in 90 minutes. I want to see Arsenal win. At the end of the day, they still had to spend an extra 70 quid to watch that game. Could have had 2 brilliant wins on the night in the round of 16, right? Up the aggregate score, make it go to 10 even. But instead we conceded 2 silly goals. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on the game. The game kicks off. Arsenal started strong with the backup players starting on fire. Sterling using good strength to find a good pass into Zinchenko, beating past 2 players to do so. And Zinchenko fires a shot into the bottom corner and showing Ødegaard how to shoot from distance. PSV gave him a lot of space and he actually took it, instead of spending ages trying to find that killer pass. PSV end up getting an equaliser. Kivior, lackluster in defence, out of position, you know, at right centre-back, it doesn't work. Just not good enough. They win the ball back PSV after a transition. Kivior caught out of position, therefore dragging Gabriel out of position as they found Perisic to shoot the ball. It's a great finish from him. We then get a 2-1 lead going into half-time. Ball fizzed in from Jorginho into Sterling. Brilliant ball control, brilliant way of just beating past 2 players, Malacia included, crossing the ball like a prime David Beckham for Declan Rice, who headed it in like prime Miroslav Klose. You go into that half and you're like, yeah, 2-1, dead rubber. Surely we'll win the game. We'll be okay. We'll get a few youngsters off the bench like Butler, Yedejia and Cabia. No, instead, we take off Declan Rice. They end up getting a goal off a transition where the midfield looked isolated, all over the shop. Kivior to Jorginho. Jorginho loses the ball. And then before you know it, PSV had the ball in the back of Raya's net again. A lovely chip from Ziyech. Instead of Arteta giving the opportunity to the youngsters, Arteta looked to win the game. Rightly so. The substitution of Declan Rice, I didn't agree with it because we were dominating that midfield. And it just says to me that these midfielders, these backup players, they haven't got the minerals, even for a game, a one-off game, because of other players doing better than them. Come on. Yeah, like people will say, we already won the first leg, 7-1. It's 9-3 aggregate. It's still a good scoreline. You can't win them all. We're through. But it'd have been nice to have won both legs. For all, my man of the match had to go to Raheem Sterling. Like, credit to him. This was a big game for him in the Champions League. He may not get many Champions League games after this. Should he leave Arsenal? Should he leave Chelsea? Because chances are he may not be playing in a top 5 league. If he can find some form, if he does get minutes somehow after the international break, as he is cup-tied for Chelsea, who knows? But yeah, that's my thoughts on the game, people. Player ratings to come out very soon. We're watching the Atletico Madrid-Real Madrid game. It's 1-0 Atletico Madrid on the night, 2-2 on aggregate. It's anyone's game. Whew. Comment below what you thought of the match. It was entertaining, but I'd have liked a victory. But yeah, in a bit, people. In a bit. I'm out.